Hi, I'm going to try to do a short video here on using Alphatricks. Personally, I find it pretty straightforward, but other people are confused by it, so I thought maybe I could provide some clarity. So to start, you come up to your ABC font manager, and in this case, I want to import a font, so I'm going to click yes. And then this window opens up, and I am going to use this font called Christmas Script Font. And in order to get all the letters to load into Alphatricks, I need to hold down the Shift key and click on the first character, and then scroll all the way down to the bottom, hold the Shift key again, and click on the last character. And now you can see I have a blue box around every character. So I'm going to click Import. Okay, so here are all my letters, and it starts out with a set of numbers. I have some phrases in here, which I won't be able to map, but there are all my letters. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to map my numbers. So I have numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and here I have a hotkey that says 0 through 9. So I'm going to press that. And you can see now each number has its corresponding number up above it. Now for these phrases, I'm going to have to get rid of those. So I'm just going to click on the first one and click the trash can, and then the second one and the third one. Excuse me. I've had this cough all day. So anyways, so now I have my rest of my alphabet, and it alternates between a capital letter and a lowercase letter all the way through the letter Z. Okay. So I'm going to come back to my capital A. I'm going to click on the square, and then I'm going to click the capital A, lowercase, capital Z, lowercase. So I'm going to do that. And now you can see each letter has been mapped to its corresponding font, which would be the G is a capital G, this is the lowercase g, that's the F. So I got all those correct. Okay, so I could save it at this point, and if I was happy, and I would call this. I have a group called Holidays, so I'll call it Holidays, and this is actually from a company called From the Needle of Anne, so I'll put that in there, and I don't need this hyphen with the one, so I'm going to get rid of the word font because I know it's a font. And so I'll put T for script. So I'm going to save it. Okay. So it doesn't look like anything's done. So we'll check. So I'm going to close this, and I'm going to go up to my A, and I'm going to type in Merry Christmas. And then I'm going to scroll down to my new font. Holiday from the Needle of Anne Christmas font. And there it is. But you can see that the capital M and the capital C are not in the correct baseline, and the Y is too high. So we need to go back into Alphatricks and do a little editing. So I'm going to reopen up Alphatricks, and I'm not going to import a new font this time. I'm just going to find the one that I just saved, which was Holiday from the Needle of Anne. And so I'm going to come and I'm going to bring all my capitals down to the baseline. And so I'm going to click on the A, and you bring it down, and I'm going to put that little tail right under the base. This is the baseline right here. So I'm going to put this little tail down, and for each capital letter. And now the G is a little tricky because it's actually has two things that are above the baseline. I'm going to put that like that. And then the H, I, again with the J. And I'm just going to do it kind of like I did all the others. So I'm just going to put that loop of the J below the baseline. So, okay. And the K, if that's not right on the J, I can always come back at a later date and fix it. L, M, N, O, P, Q. And the program's just moving forward each letter, so I'm not doing anything to make it do that. Okay, so now we know that we have all our capitals on the baseline. But now we have these lowercase letters that have a trailing tail that falls below the baseline. So we have to fix those. So I'm going to take my Z and I'm going to just bring it down so it's kind of like that. And I'm going to do the same with the Y. So where the Y kind of curves over, that it's on the baseline. And then I'll scroll back. And I got to do that with the P. And I'm going to try to be consistent. Then the J. And I'm going to look at the I, the lowercase I, to see how where it kind of falls on that dotted line, which is about there. The G, I'm going to put that like that. And the E, I need to go find the F. There it is, being tricky. And so I'm going to bring the F down kind of like that, I think. And I think I got all the lowercase ones that would fall below the baseline. So I'm just going to save it. And now I'm going to close this. And now I still have my Merry Christmas. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a new font. And I'll type Merry Christmas again. And I'll hit enter. And so now this time I'll move this one up so you can see the difference. And you can see that there's a big improvement. The Y is no longer real high, or the M is no longer real high, or the C, and the Y is appropriate. But I still have these kind of gaps here. And there is a way of fixing that, and I'm not real good at that. So what I'm going to do is delete this first one here. I'm going to change my color so you can see it better. And I will bring the whole thing down. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the E here, and then I'll click on this lower triangle here on the E right here. I'm just going to pull that over, and I'll do the same with the R in Christmas. Pull that in under, and I'll pull the M under using the down triangle. And if you like it like that, you could leave it, or if you want to really connect your letters more, I don't think you can do it at this point. You could have done it before I edited that, but I kind of like it with the letters split. So that's pretty much how you use Alphatricks. I could say this as I want to. So I hope you enjoy this video and that it helped you with your frustrations.